Every Friday morning, we go in depth with our Target 12 investigator. Steph Machado is here this week. She's here to talk about some of her reporting on support for sexual assault victims. And Steph, your report looked into, first of all, whether there was a backlog of rape kits in Rhode Island. And what did you end up finding out?
Well, my colleague Eli Sherman and I found that there isn't a backlog in Rhode Island, which is unusual compared to some other states. In Bristol County, Mass, for example, we've been reporting on a backlog of rape kits that were not fully tested years ago. They're being tested now, and 2 rape cases have already been solved as a result. Now, here in Rhode Island, we went into the state's forensic lab in Providence where these kits are tested. The supervisor, Cara Lupino, told us there were just 5 kits, all from September, waiting to be tested. She said there's 2 reasons why we don't have a big backlog here. One is that Rhode Island has cut out the middleman. These kits go directly from the hospital to the health department, not to police departments first, which happens in other states. And then, of course, our state's small size makes it easier to transport the kits so quickly. The other reason there's no backlog is that this lab chooses to prioritize rape kits and homicide evidence to be analyzed first. That does lead to a backlog of other evidence for lesser crimes.
The victim has been victimized and underwent this invasive collection for the rape kit. So we feel that the Department of Health owes it to the victim to make sure that we process them as quickly as we can and as thoroughly as we can.
All right, you also reported that there is a new law related to these rape kits, and since we don't have a backlog, does the law really change anything?
So it really just codifies what the health department was already doing, but the lab supervisor pointed out she won't be in charge forever, so it does make sense to make sure rape kits are being tested quickly and being stored for a long time, because it can take sometimes years for a DNA match to be found or for a victim to decide they want to move forward. So this new law requires kits to be stored for at least 10 years. They must be tested within 30 days of receiving a police report and entered into the national DNA database within 90 days. The new law also mandates that the Attorney General create a sexual assault victims Bill of Rights, which is expected to come out by the end of the year. And just again, the health department says those first 2 bullets they were already doing, but this makes it a requirement.
Okay, so you did mention some victims do take a long time to decide whether they're even going to report the crime to police. So are there a lot of kits that come from the victims that are not tested?
Yes, so only the kits that are tested are the ones that come from criminal investigations where police are looking for a DNA match. But we found a majority of victims who go to the hospital after being assaulted and having a rape kit collected do not report the crime to police. This chart here shows the year-by-year kits collected in Rhode Island. The area in yellow, those are the kits where the victim did not report the crime to police, and those kits were not tested. So that's a lot of victims. They are preserved, the kits are preserved and kept until the victim decides if they want to move forward, but it just shows how rare it is for survivors to want to come forward. Only a fraction of sexual assaults are being reported here. The emergency room doctor we spoke to, Danielle, for the story, noted victims often know their assailant. It could be a family member or someone in their social circle, so it can be incredibly difficult to decide whether to report the crime.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that's why you need more support, right?
Exactly.
That's part of your report as well. All right, thank you so much for shedding the light on this. We appreciate it, Steph, and you can see Steph's full investigation right now. Learn about a new program at Lifespan Hospitals to streamline the process of collecting these kits and potentially help more prosecutions. Steph, thanks so much.
Thanks.